visible to all. Okay, so let's start. In previous lecture, we have seen the concept of the project control, and last time we have also seen the diagram, this flow chart we have seen. See, this how the project control is done. So actually, it is the this process is the project control cycle. So see how, let's revise. When we start with the project, first we publish the initial plan, we gather the project information, we compare the progress with actual target, and if it is satisfactory, then we proceed further to check whether the project is completed or not. If it is completed, then we end with the project task and the review project. This task is get initiated and document conclude. We come to this step, that is conclusion, and finally the end. But what if uh, when we compare the progress with the actual target, and if they are not satisfactory, then at that time we take an remedial action, and we publish. After taking a remedial action, we publish the revised plan, and then again the process restarted, that is gather information, and again we compare. Again we check whether it is satisfactory or not. If no, then again we will look back. Okay, so till it is get the till the result is satisfactory, we go on performing the go on taking the remedial action and revising our initial plan. And here when we come here, that is whether the project is completed or not. If no, then again we go for the gather information, compare the progress, and the step we are going to follow. So this diagram we have seen last time, and I guess you have drawn also this diagram. We have studied the concept of monitor controlling. So what actually the project controlling is? Let's revise once again the same concept which you have written in previous lecture. So see here, this project control is a project management function that involve comparing actual performance with the planned performance and taking appropriate corrective action that yield the desired outcome in the project when significant difference exists. So that definition we have seen. So this is nothing but the project control. And as you know that the project control is very important, because uh, your resources, effective and efficient utilization of resources will be there only if you could able to monitor your project uh, very well, or if you have performed this project controlling and monitoring action, then only all the resources will be utilized effectively. Resources itself comprise of the things like human resources, your manpower, your hardware, your software, your infrastructural resources, and time, money. All these are the resources, as you know already. And this project control, which focuses mainly on measuring plant performance with the actual performance. Then second, ongoing assessment of project performance to identify any preventive or corrective action needed, keeping accurate, timely information based on the project output and associated documentation, providing information that supports status updates, forecasting, measuring progress, and this forecasting will help you to update the current cost and the project schedule, monitoring the implementation of any approved changes or schedule amendments. So project control process is comprised of, or which focuses on mainly these tasks that we have seen. See again here, monitoring and control cycle. Monitoring process, evaluate process. Again check here whether it is, after this evaluation process, the result of this evaluation is satisfactory or not. If no, then assess possible control action, and then next select and implement the action. So this is the diagram, or this is a flow chart of monitoring and control cycle. The previous diagram that we have seen, that is a control project control process was that, and this diagram is monitoring and the control cycle. So this how the monitoring and the control cycle happens in your project. Monitoring progress, you have to regularly monitor the progress of your project. Progress of your project, when I said the progress of your project, it means you will have to monitor the progress of each and every activity which is involved in your project, right? Let's say the activity of coding, designing, testing, generating the SRS document and all that thing. So you will have to keep up, watch on that. You will have to monitor it regularly. And monitor it means what actually, you are doing the comparison here. What comparison? What kind of comparison? Whether whatever you have planned, whether it is going according to the plan, and whether it is going to achieve the objective within the planned schedule, within the planned within the with the help of the planned resources or not. If not, if it is observed a major difference in that, then a remedial action is taken place, in order to correct it. And so this comparison task you are going to regularly, you will have to perform. Then what are the responsibilities? See here, as you know that the work breakdown structure is there in the project. So it means the work is get divided. So here, see here the responsibilities. So as you know that in a one project several teams are involved, and several in that team, the people or the your manpower is there in that particular team. Let's suppose your development team, your testing team, then your analysis team. So one person is there who leads to that team, so that person is called as a team leader. See here, analysis and designing section. Analysis is one team. Programming means the coding, quality control, and user documentation section. Let's suppose these are the teams in your project, and the respective team leaders are there. Since see, all these team leaders of these different activities or these different sections are responsible to report the project manager. And then project manager is report to the higher authority, and project manager is also responsible for communicating the project progress with client. Now who deal with the client? Project manager is dealing with the client. Is dealing with the client means he is reporting the progress of the project, undertaken project, to the client. He is maintaining the clients, and all the team leaders are leading their teams. It means they are controlling, monitoring the activity of their uh, team members, and they are reporting to the higher authority, that is the project manager. And project manager is the person who is responsible for dealing with the client also, and who is responsible for dealing with the steering committee, the higher authority of your company, you may say, or organization, you can say here. So assessing progress. See, checkpoints, several checkpoints. See, in activity, in any activity, let's say programming, milestone are set. Milestone are set म्हणजे काय? जेव्हा तुमच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज असतात, त्या ऍक्टिव्हिटी मधलं इफ वन टास्क, सपोज coding is an activity, so coding activity is get divided into several modules. असं नाही होत की you start with the writing first line, and you stop when you done with the टोटल कोडिंग, आणि शेवटच्या लाईन पर्यंत येईपर्यंत तुम्ही कुठंच ब्रेक घेत नाही, असं होत नाही. तुमचा प्रोजेक्ट ही तुमचं कोडिंगची टास्क जी आहे ती स्मॉल स्मॉल मॉड्यूल्स मध्ये डिवाइड होते. मॉड्युलर प्रोग्रामिंग अप्रोच तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. सो एक मॉड्यूल कम्प्लीट, आणि नंतर हे प्रत्येक टीमला आता कोडिंग मध्ये प्रत्येकाला एक टास्क दिलं जाते की you this module is assigned to you, so you will have to code for that module itself. मग हे वेगळे सेव्हरल मॉड्यूल्स जे होतात ते नंतर इंटिग्रेट होतात आणि इंटिग्रेशन झाल्यानंतर मग तुमच्या पूर्ण प्रोजेक्टचा कोड तयार होत असतो. असं नाही की एकच पर्सन सगळ्या प्रोजेक्टचा कोड लिहितो. मग जे मॉड्यूल्स आहेत, एक मॉड्यूलचं कोडिंग झालं आणि ते डन झालं, फ्लॉलेसली त्याचं एक्झिक्युशन असेल, तर मग माइलस्टोन सेट केले जातात. माइलस्टोन इज अचीव अँड फर्दर मग कुठल्या मॉड्यूलचं काम करायचं आहे दॅट इज. सो चेक पॉइंट सी हिअर, it's a predetermined time when the progress is checked. So checkpoints are also set event driven. So checkpoints are of two types. One is event driven and another is time driven. So event driven, it means check takes place when a particular event has been achieved, and driven, it means date of check is predetermined here. And frequency of reporting, see, you will have to set the frequency of reporting. The higher the management level, generally, the longer the gap between the checkpoints, right? So as I have shown you here the diagram, so the team leader are reporting to the manager and the team members are reporting to the team leader. So you will have to decide the frequency of reporting, means review. When you are going to take a review, weekly review, then a quarterly review or monthly review, right? So that frequency you will have to decide. And see, you will have to collect the progress detail. Now need to collect the data about what? Achievement and milestone. Just I have said about the milestone and even the cost. So the next or the further we will see in the next lecture. Already 8:47 is there. So we have revised the monitoring and the project control concept, and we have just started the data collection, and we just discuss about the milestone and the checkpoints. So same thing we are going to continue tomorrow. So today we will stop here. We may leave the meeting. Thank you all of you.